Oh, Lord.
You giggling for?
Me, probably.
Well, it
Do
says
you want to come
live,
be in?
but it lies.
Yes, I
Oh.
can't do this. This is. There we go.
Okay, folks.
Now I shall sit very, very still.
Very still.
That's why this one's springy. If you want to keep the blanket fort nailed down and would like to donate to the Keep Us From Being Blown Away Like Anti-M Fund, donate here. If you like coffee, talk to these guys. Let them know that you heard about it here. Maybe let's get more free coffee. We like that. You might want to dump the tiara. You're awfully
I'm going to
stiff.
have to dump the tiara.
As always. And on behalf of Cecil, the PTSD monkey, back in the basement, Cecil. Let's get things started. Okay. We're a little early, so we're going. There's Kelly. We're going to. The tiara will become self-explanatory later. It's part of the good news.
We get like a multi-pack of tiaras and just hand them
um,
ALS more than once.
I am wearing the tiara. See? So the Squeaks Caper went live.
Sometime this afternoon, not long ago. So
So-
I don't know if it's searchable yet, but it is live. There are live links.
So support starving authors by the Squeaks Caper. And I'm really, let's see here. It's straight up 3 o'clock. To hell with it. We're going to go ahead and reveal the good news.
Because he's excited.
It's exciting news.
You think I'm excited? I heard her squee all the way in Itchy Paw. So, as I was leaving work, what? I was not drunk.
Jonna wishes to have it on the record that he was not drunk.
No, I wasn't. So as I was leaving work, the internet Facebook Messenger, my phone pinged. I thought, what the hell? Looked at it, and it was a message from Casey Ezel. We're friends on Facebook, but we've never messaged before. We've never done the private message thing. And the message was, and I quote, "Hello, my friend." And I thought, huh. So I went sideways, went to my files, went to sub-file marked die spam bots, opened the file marked Voight Turing or Voight Comp tests, went to Turtle, copied, went back, posted it, and I got the response of, because I was feeling ashholish that day. Hey, it is Casey! Holy crap! So Casey started explaining that there was no way in hell that she could edit or ramrod. And I said, done. We'll do your anthology.
She started with, I have an idea. Are you willing to listen?
Well, yes, okay. And I don't know how you ladies keep these damn things on your head. So anyway, so she wants to do a story for Raconteur Press to anchor an anthology. And I've actually blanked on what we're calling it. Or All Will Burn.
There's a text message. Or yes.
Yeah, or All Will Burn. And the subject of the anthology will be stories about what people will do for their children.
If for definitions of children, it doesn't necessarily have to be your biological children.
Nope.
I have thoughts.
Yeah, Rita's got thoughts too. I have mentioned this a couple places. So, okay, to nail it down, Raconteur Press, as you can tell by the tiara, because let's face it, if you're doing anything with Casey Ezel, a tiara is involved. It is known. So, tiara.
You have to have a tiara.
You have to wear a tiara. So we Raconteur Press, we're doing a new anthology anchored by Casey Ezel. The working title is "Or All Will Burn." It involves what your stories about what people will do for their children. We have a tentative launch of later in the year. We haven't discussed this in person yet. So
And he's afraid his editor will kill him if he commits without talking to her first.
That's why there's multiple calendars around here.
well, actually, I've already written on the calendar over there.
Mhm.
So very specific deadline. So start thinking about it at LibertyCon. Apparently, there's going to be a tiara waiting for me at LibertyCon, and we'll let folks know what the deadline is and when the pub date is when we've slotted in amongst everything else.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm a little thrilled, and I'd like it known for the record that this is the first anthology since Raconteur Press was created that I agreed to while not drunk. I think that needs to go on the record somewhere. I was not drunk when I accepted this anthology idea. The only other anthology that I've done, I agreed to when I wasn't drunk, I got suckered into it by Jonna Hayden at a cafe.
And look how that turned out.
Yeah, now we have Raconteur Press.
Mhm. And I think the story behind Casey asking is rather amusing because she told us very specifically that she was never ever going to write for an anthology that she wasn't part of, that she wasn't editing for. And then a month later,
I get a story from Casey Ezell. I'm fine. yeah, I heard the squee. Heard squee all the way over. Yeah.
Mhm.
I graduated from Anthologies Anonymous. Okay, I'll take it. So I'm probably going to be wearing the tiara quite a bit because, like I said, if you're dealing with Casey, a tiara is involved. It is known. Why are you grinning? They're both grinning. That makes me nervous. Okay, so I like that. In other news, let's see. The Squeaks Caper is out now. We were planning on tomorrow. It's first non-drunk one while Raconteur Press is in existence. Next Friday is Space Cowboys 2.
Mhm.
Yes. Electric Rodeo.
A cowboy after that. Woo! Friday after that is Law Dog Files re-release.
Mhm.
And I don't know what we're doing from there because I don't want to look.
That's enough for today.
Yeah,
That's enough for
that's enough for now.
today.
On the Squeaks Caper, there is a whole new story, and I wanted to title it "Law and Order Special Goat Unit."
I didn't actually put a title in. I gave it
Okay.
I gave it a double page illustration break between Squeaks and the Goat of Justice.
Yeah, that's Law and Order Special Goat Unit. Anyway, so there's a whole new story for those of you that griped about the. Well, maybe not here on the chat, but folks on Amazon griped because they were just stories with pictures. It's like, seriously, you get Cedar pictures. Are you?
Well, what I've been trying to do, this has been a shift for me because I started out doing coloring books with my own Inktail books. So little dragons and cute and very children friendly, those are. And then when I did the Chewini, I was doing the same style of art, the very open line art. You could color this.
I'm losing my tiara.
I keep saying this. He keeps nodding till eventually it'll hit his glasses. So, but what I've done is I've done the Africa Tales. It's been to evolve the illustration style more towards comic book.
Oh, okay.
So that because I know we have a lot of people that buy these that aren't ever going to color in them, so I've been trying to give them a little more shading and depth and it's been as my own art style is evolving too. So
for everybody getting in late who missed the start, scroll back up. You'll be fine. And I had my friggin' squirrels have done lost their glow stick again. Boy, that's early this time around.
Oh, speaking of squirrels and glow sticks, the bonus illustration in the back of the Squeaks Caper is a fox grappling with a monkey while squirrels holding glow sticks cheer them on, pass bets, and it's accompanied by music from a horned toad and an armadillo.
It's a very good. I like it. Yeah.
That's the fun of the bonus illustrations. I can throw whatever I want in there.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be related to the story.
I'd like it known for looking out the monkey.
They're grabbing paws. It's preliminary to the.
Time is still to be deferred. Yes.
Law and Order Caprine Intent.
Okay, I like that. The little hard. I like that. How do
little
you ladies
obscure.
wear these damn things?
More hair.
Carefully.
More hair. Around point.
I mean, the hair comes down and is thick enough to hold on to things. And Kortnee's is even thicker than mine.
I think I should probably do that tiara. I just don't.
Kortnee doesn't want to be on camera today.
No. She's
Why?
still messing with her.
Okay.
Because I got caught in the rain 3 times today.
Oh,
My hair is doing this. So
It's fine. My son texted me from a little bit south of Ichipa to let me know that they were having pea-sized hail, and I might want to put the other vehicle under cover.
It's not really a hailstorm in Texas. You get to dime size.
But he wanted to drive home in that, and I'm like, no, you stay there. You go to class. It's not going to hurt the car,
Oh,
and I don't want you driving in that.
well, it's not really a hailstorm until it gets to dime size.
I still don't want the 17-year-old driving in it.
He's gonna have to sooner or later.
A little older, a little more road experience, please.
That'll be an entire year's worth of experience in one afternoon if he does it right.
Before I even have my driver's license, I could get cars unstuck from the snow because I understood the principles of how to.
The octopus is busy cosplaying a tiara over off camera.
Ooh, God, an octopus tiara.
right.
Mm. I don't think I have the right wire to sculpt it, but
Do I need to move on camera at some point? So you
Well, you need to drift by some people to see this because. And the octopus goes
the
flying.
octopus took a dive.
Yeah. That's all right.
So, okay. In other news, Jim will be back Tuesday, and I can finally get off being the main character and back to being the comic relief. Nobody laughed at that. I'm a little concerned. There was actually something else I was going to. I can't for the life
Did you
of me.
have a rant?
I do have a rant, but it's not
Was
a
it-
silly rant. So
Was
it
it
later.
publishing related?
I don't think so. I don't remember.
It is gray and rainy and kind of blah here in Tiny Town today. And I don't know about him, but I do better with sunshine.
The weather needs to calm the fuck down. I'm just gonna say that.
I have to say,
goddamn
it's
restraining order.
So I went out
No,
to,
this weather's behaving like an abusive spouse.
and another thing.
Because on Sunday it was trying to kill us with tornadoes and hail, right? And then it was all sweetness and light in a pretty little sundress for 3 days, and now it's throwing shit at us.
So I was going to not. It was not raining when I left the house, and I went to go get lunch, and then it hailed on me. Damn it. Okay, so
Or it needs to be on some form of mood stabilizer.
yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
speaking of storming back in and saying another thing.
Yeah,
Okay, the fox is going to have to wear this. He's driving me nuts.
The fox now has 2 tiaras.
Yeah, now he has 2 tiaras. He'll be fine. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get the rant out of the way. For those of you who have not been keeping up with my Facebook, and this is, I promise this would be a nice and silly one, so we get back to being silly in just time for Jim to come back. But I'm going to take a brief segue away from being silly. For those of you not following my Facebook, Palestine, Texas, down East Texas, it's east of the Metro mess, had an interesting little occurrence with a critter. The critter du jour was robbing a convenience store. Duct taped the clerk and a client and dumped him behind the counter while he ransacked the till. And then he went and grabbed a bottle of lighter fluid, soaked both of them, and threw a match as he was walking out the door. One of the first comments I ran across was from some of our idiot California immigrant Democrats going for state office, who said something along the lines of, "At least there wasn't a gun." He set him on fire.
Death by burn is okay. So if you burn to a certain depth, a certain level, your nerves are gone. So there's actually not that much pain.
Yeah.
But you essentially dehydrate to death, and then the infections start.
If you don't,
It
smoke,
is.
if you don't
It
choke to death
is
on the smoke.
incredibly nasty way to die.
Mhm.
Incredibly nasty. I would rather you shoot me, to be honest.
Folks, carry your guns and don't vote Democrat. The Austin idiot that posted, "At least there wasn't a gun involved." The fire never got to the clerk. There's, I can tell, it got the customer pretty bad. Customer managed to get the clothes off. Both of them female, by the way. This is a very large male doing this, by the way. The customer managed to get the clothes off, fire out, but got airlifted to Parkland with some pretty nasty burns. I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. If a crime is occurring and the critter doing the crime wants to take you somewhere else, wants to take you to the vault in the back or the freezer in the back or get in the car, you are being taken from the scene of the crime to the scene of your murder.
Mhm.
If a crime is occurring and the critter wants to restrain you with duct tape or zip ties or what the hell ever, he's doing that so he can go get the stuff for your murder. Once a critter who's committing a crime decides you need to go somewhere else or you need to be tied up, it better be game on time, folks, okay? Bring your best and slide into hell with him in a chokehold if you have to. Damn. If you're friends with me on Facebook and you're curious, I've linked the video and the news story. It's pretty graphic because he did it right under the camera. Full view of him. His face is all over the place. So that's my rant for today. We'll go back to being light and fluffy. But seriously, if they want to take you somewhere, if they're robbing you and want to take you somewhere, try to kill them. If they want to restrain you, try to kill them back first. Okay? Moving on. Let's see here.
Ag Tiger, I don't believe he's posted it to his blog yet, but he should.
No, I'll be posting a write-up on my blog. I'm having issues getting to my blog on my phone. I can get there, but my OCD kicks in, and the blog all needs to look. When I write on my phone, I get black New Roman italic. It's not blue. It's not bolded.
Mhm.
So I write on the phone. You can tell I wrote on the phone. It drives my OCD nuts. So
go back later and edit it when you get home.
I do, but for that little time, that brief window of time, I'm
Bothers you.
climbing out of my skin.
Perfect is the enemy of good enough.
And
So do it in the notes on your phone, and then copy it onto
There
your blog
you
when
go.
you get home.
I'm building notes in my head. Trust me, it's going to be a pretty epic.
So I was told recently that there's too much to keep in your head.
There is too much to keep in your head.
Not on this.
Fair.
Probably not on this
It's a
topic,
blog-
no,
it's a blog post.
but overall, we're talking about long term, not just this specific post. Because as Kermit says, internet herpes, feces book, he's got a point.
As we have started,
Yes.
because Facebook doesn't understand hyperbole
So,
nor humor, apparently.
so make your blog the destination for hyperbole and humor.
And Facebook really doesn't like my blog at all.
No, I know,
Yeah.
mine neither. I just did a whole bunch. I just got into the back end of my blog, and started messing around to get it so that I'm actually to go, because when I switched hosts and went to Epic, for some reason it stripped out the email capability. So my blog posts weren't emailing out to the subscribers.
Speaking of OCD, when we switched over to Epic,
Uh,
a lot of my formatting, and I'll go back to look at an old post I wrote like 10 years ago, and I have to walk away from the computer. There's a lot of the formatting is random blue italics.
Right. Well, so my blog is 16 years old now. I have like 2,400 posts, which isn't a huge amount given. What?
Trying to remember how old mine is.
Yeah. But mine started as a mommy blog. So, I mean, you go back far enough and it's me talking about what cute things my kids did that day.
Mine did not start as a mommy blog.
No, I know.
Not at all.
I'm just saying nobody goes back that far on my blog because they don't care.
Pretty sure that mommy should not have read my early blog.
I don't know.
I would disagree, actually.
Being a mother of young children, sometimes you need that insight into the humor and hyperbole.
Sometimes it's, oh my God, an adult conversation that's not about
Right.
diapers.
And somebody here apparently thinks it's funny to sign me up for monkey videos on Facebook.
Not it.
Way to talk, Jonna.
I know what I'm responsible for.
Because I don't look at monkey video because I hate little bastards. I don't look at monkey videos.
Kelly says that your blog can now legally drink.
Oh, it's old enough to drink.
Mine is still a teenager.
Thanks, Kelly. I'll just go get the Geritol of my walker.
I have 8 or 9 of them that never lasted past 2 years. They're still there.
My life journal is old enough to drink. So
Get off my lawn.
I may have something that's old enough to drink, but not anything I'm active on any longer. So,
but then again, I have bras that are old enough to drink. So
I can still fit into my earrings from high school.
there you go.
that's a good one.
I still have my letter jacket too.
My son has this letter. He never put it on his jacket. But then again, my son has a letter in ladies basketball.
I actually lost all the pins for what I got my letter in, but I still have the fraternity pins that I collected.
For those of you who don't know, and for somebody sent me an internet message. My messenger's been blowing up. Damn, guys. For those of you who don't know the hatred of monkeys is on act. I really loathe the little bastards. I've had monkeypox at least once. I've had a monkey try to eat my face. I've had multiple and excessive, I thought, bites. And I had a monkey try to introduce a shrimp up my left nostril at 3 a.m. when I was dead asleep. And not only was this shocking to me, apparently the shrimp had thoughts about the idea too, because its tail was beating me on the nose. That's how I woke up.
Well, there's vintage.
Monkeys are the devil's oven mitts.
What's a monkey doing in your bed in the middle of the night?
Somebody thought we needed a monkey. They gifted us a pet monkey. Apparently the monkey saw, oh, look, a cavern and a food cache. Flap, 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 flap.
Okay, these are definitely stories for the blog.
Flap, 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 flap.
Of course, they don't come with the sound effects.
It's like wubba, wubba, wubba. I can say wubba, wubba, wubba in multiple places and people fall out of their chairs laughing.
Brian, ladies basketball, because he was the manager for the team. He has 3 older sisters. My kid is not at all interested in the opposite sex. Not at all. Monkeys are the biggest killer of laboratory animal techs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is
I
right.
can see that.
Okay.
Monkeys are astonishingly strong.
Not only scary strong and way out of proportion to their size.
Mhm.
Whenever we would come back from Africa, my grandparents thought the 30 days that we were here stateside from Africa, that we would be interested in jungle movies. I saw every Tarzan movie. Tales of the Brass Monkey, saw that. And in every one of them was this cute little comic relief monkey. And it's like, And then we came back and I got to see Raiders of the Lost Ark. And in Raiders of the Lost Ark, the monkey goes, yeah. And this Gestapo guy does the, and I thought, somebody gets it. Somebody in Hollywood finally understands monkeys. Because I'm here to tell you, those little furry bastards would have no compunction loading the entire human race in cattle cars. Would enjoy every bit of it, matter of fact. Monkeys are evil. When the monkey about that day, I cackled. Half of the theater turned to stare at me because he got a bad date. I started giggling.
And the monkey brains scene when they're eating them.
That's a little.
Yeah.
I'm not eating monkeys.
No. Well, eating monkey brains is a good way to get strange and mysterious diseases. So,
on top of the attempting to eat face, monkeypox, introduction of food storage ideas. I've also picked up parasites from little shits.
Oh, those are fun.
Ticks, fleas, worms, nematodes, for God's sake.
nematodes are kind of amazing because there's so many different kinds of nematodes. It's not like they're all pathogenic, just some of them.
Yes, but they're not currently taking up space in your liver.
Presumably not, although I've never actually been tested and I ate some pretty strange stuff in Alaska.
So
This is why you're trying to kill your liver.
The alcohol is medicinal for Ian.
I'm disinfecting my liver. My liver is the reason I had malaria in 6 feet of snow in north central Nevada in February one year.
It's evil and must be punished.
No, it's because I'd had malaria so many times, little shits had taken up residence in my liver and through a rave.
Yep.
And just release themselves
Latency.
every now and then.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that was one of the many times when I lost all faith in the U.S. government because it's February, 6 feet of snow in north central Nevada. I go to Battle Mountain, Nevada because I've got malaria. And I tell the doctor I've got malaria. He goes, oh, that's cute. And treats me for flu. It's like, to hell with it. Mom takes me home and I start shotgunning quinine and taking her antimalarials, and I get over it. July, which is 5 months later, CDC shows up in a panic. It's like, well done, guys. 5 months later. Yeah, when John Ringo tells a story about when during Grenada, when they loaded cleaning rods down the muzzles of their M16s and used blanks to fire them at the howler monkeys, people were looking at me because I was laughing my ass. I was about to fall out of my chair. The thought of a shish kebab monkey just. So no, those folks sending me messages asking if that's an act. I hate monkeys. There's no reason monkeys should be on God's little green earth. There really isn't. Except as air cannon fodder. And that's about it. And I like the long-tail monkeys because the long tail is like a dragon, keeps the pointed nose first.
Yeah, did you and Ringo know each other as kids? Question from Kermit.
Not to the best of my knowledge, but it wouldn't surprise me if we didn't cross paths.
Yeah.
Because we were overseas at the same time at about the same age. So we probably crossed paths, at least at an airport somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know if it's available online anymore, but it used to be. John wrote up his experience during Beirut. They were basically holed up in their little apartment for like 6
Beirut
weeks.
or Tehran?
I know it was Iran, but I don't
Tehran.
remember specifically now where they were. But I know he and his mom and his sister were all holed up in their apartment for like 6 weeks. They didn't dare leave.
That's normal.
Yeah, but it was a really good write-up, and one of those things that, like I've talked to you about writing about your childhood before too. Most Americans
Nobody
have
will believe
absolutely
it.
no idea.
Nobody will believe it.
It's not a not believe thing. It's
I toned down my stories.
I know,
Okay.
but that's the thing is that there's people don't talk about it, and that's why nobody will believe it.
Well, there's the nobody will believe it, and the instant racist, because I catch that a lot. Trust me, I feel that one a lot.
Yeah. Yep. Unresolved monkey trauma. Mm-hmm.
It's not unresolved. I've resolved it several times. Do you know that macaques, long-tailed macaques, were designed by God as for hammer throw? Because you can get a really good spin on little bastards. I did write up the story about the 4th of July, the 1976 bicentennial 4th of July, right?
I'm not sure if you've written it up or not. I know I've heard you tell the story.
I think it's in the second Africa book, and the part that really
there is no second Africa book.
Second book, first Africa book. Sorry, monkeys.
I mean, we can make a second Africa book happen, but
no, I don't think I don't have stories people believe. The baboon troop on fire that got napalm during the celebration and overran Wee Jock and the Slit Trench. Yeah, the smell of burning baboon fur is just.
Yes, exploding barrels, bagpipes, and a wave of
flaming baboons. And not flaming in San Francisco way. I'm talking on fire.
There was a question about the address of the blanket fort. Okay, Jonna's on it. I was saying it out loud to bring it to your attention. So we don't really want to say it out loud on the recording because there are some things that should stay semi-public.
Semi-public, mostly private. Yeah, monkeys. It's like
monkeys, emus.
I don't mind emus, but the emus taste good.
Are there animals you do like?
Dogs.
Dogs are always a good one. Dogs are good.
No, that's about it. Animals are evil.
Animals are not human.
Animals in general are just plain evil. I mean, koalas, for God's sake.
They have chlamydia.
They have their friggin' carriers of chlamydia. It's like, there's a joke. God's playing a joke on you. Here's a drop bear with a sexually transmitted disease.
You can't come to take that.
And they literally they eat such a low caloric diet. The reason they move so slow is they just don't have the energy to move fast.
Yeah, and they don't have enough energy for their think pudding to properly bubble either.
And they're so cute that tourists can't resist touching them.
Yeah, this explains so much about my life.
Do we need to feed you more protein, Jonna?
Emus, other than the occasional, paperwork I had to do on emus, because there was at least one emu ranch in the Panhandle that went bankrupt and turned little bastards loose. And I don't know if y'all know this, but apparently the Jake brake on an 18-wheeler sounds a lot like an emu mating call or something. Because the number of times I had to go up to I-40 and do a ST3, a state traffic report. And this was always fun because every time we had an emu Peterbilt interface, I would contact Austin and say, because on the ST3, there was a form for vehicle versus livestock and vehicle versus wild animal. And I'd call, is an emu livestock or a wild animal? I got a different answer every time. But apparently, when you hit the Jake brake on an 18-wheeler, every emu within 30 yards of the freeway goes, oh my God, something's challenging me for my hens, and jumps up on I-40 and goes, and loses.
Poof, feathers.
A number of times I've had 3 in the morning and get out there and there's a truck driver on his running board like this, and there's an emu in the front of it in the grill. It's like, fucking chicken. Not sure if it's livestock or wild animal. We're about to find out. Hey, Jerry. What's the emu classified as this day?
Kelly says when you're calling turkeys and an emu steps out.
No, when you're calling turkeys and the peacock behind you gets thirsty.
Excited.
Frisky.
Well, at least with the peacock, the regular shotgun round should do it, but with the emo, you're gonna need a bigger shotgun.
I almost beat that damn peacock to death with my shotgun. I know what a peacock sounds like. But I'm not behind me
In Texas.
in a Texas panhandle when I'm looking for a turkey. And you wouldn't think a drag chicken could sneak up on you. What?
He said drag chicken, and she's dissolving.
So there I am up against a nice hillside waiting for a turkey stupid enough to walk in front of me. And behind, like 6 inches behind me, peacock goes, "What the hell?" and cuts loose.
For those of you who are uninitiated with peacocks, a peacock's call sounds exactly like a woman screaming.
Yes.
Mhm.
At 6 inches behind you, I almost beat that peacock to death. Turn around and what the hell? Because turkey hunting's fairly early in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm non-caffeinated, which is not good. That was going to be a bad day for a turkey because I didn't have any caffeine. I was non-caffeinated. I was armed, and I was annoyed anyway because it was cold and I was up. And woman screams by me, turn around me. And have you all read the biblical description of angels? The big eyes everywhere. That's what a peacock tail looks like at 3 feet.
There's a reason they start with "Be not afraid."
Right.
And Drill Sergeant Stevenson would have been proud of me because I butt stroked that drag chicken to hell.
I wonder what roast peacock tastes like.
It's very good, actually. I've had roast peacock. No, we're already up to our, unless somebody else that twists my arm. We're on the anthologies.
2023 is full.
Yes.
2023 is full, and wait till at least after June before we start filling up 2024.
Mhm.
Taint Chicken is the name of my Green Day cover band.
It's Kelly.
Oh, yes.
Falcons of Malta full.
Is Falcons of Multiple? Why?
Yeah, because it closes at the end of this month.
Yes,
Yeah.
it does. I've got people who are very excited that they misread the deadline.
Uh-huh.
So,
Yeah, Falcons of Malta closes at the end of this month.
Yes.
March?
Yes.
Crap.
So
That's
if
a lot of time.
you want to write for Falcons of Malta, you have until the end of March.
And did they fill up Space Marines?
The first Space Marines, I think, got full.
It's full, right?
But there's
Space
more.
Marines is full.
But
There were
Space
working on
Marines-
Space Marines
There's
2.
Space
Space Marines
Space
2.
that closes at the end of next month.
Yes.
Yes, that one closes at the
Okay.
end of April. Space Marines 2 open until the end of April.
Yes.
So just checking.
And I'm working on my story for that one too.
Thank you.
Are y'all keeping quotes or something?
Yes, yes, they are.
You guys have to send me the good ones so that I can make merch. Like, if you
Apparently, quote, I butt stroked that drag chicken to hell, Law Dog 2023.
guys, if you send me the good quotes, I will put them on coffee mugs.
Seriously?
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
All right.
Print full, print on demand. I need to send you that link. Remind me.
Yes.
Because I need to do the Dorothy Grant has an awesome one.
Mm-hmm.
Coffee first, then arson. And I
Some
did the
favorites.
graphics for that.
I like that.
Tea first, then murder.
I have one from I've sent you one of my from the second one about the coffees what allows others to live.
Yes. Ooh, if we do drag chickens and Tate chickens, I can do the graphics for those.
That'd be fantastic.
Yes.
Yes.
Nope, not going there. Okay. Apparently, they need the butt stroke mug. What butt stroke mug?
I butt stroke. You just
Oh.
said it.
Let's stroke the drag chicken.
My,
Which sounds dirty.
I wasn't going there.
A Raconteur Press Anthologies category. Awesome. Yes.
Kendall is auto-generating a Raconteur Press Anthologies category.
Uh,
Nice. Who is more than one
because
in
we
there.
put it into this, we created a series for it. Speaking of which, the illustrated Africa Tales are now collected into a series that I'm calling Law Dog in Color.
Okay. Cool.
So they can find all of them.
Makes it easier.
It does make it easier.
We are so far off the rails. I'm not sure we see the rails anymore.
Full steam ahead.
There's a question. Do the emos leap out in front of the freight trains too?
No, for some reason they don't.
It's
Or
just
if they do, they wind up in another county. I'm going to tell you, when you wind up with a emu embedded in your radiator, it brings your Peterbilt to a stop.
yeah. I
I'm
mean, that's
guessing
a
train
lot
doesn't care.
of probably not.
Well,
I-
our feathers?
in the Department of Weird YouTube video recommendations, actually, to be fair, somebody sent me the link to this of about 9 years ago. Two engineers in a engine on a stopped train, and they're filming out the window as a tornado drops down in the field next to them, runs over the train, and then they go to the other window and film it going away from them. But the commentary that them losing their little minds as this happens, and the locomotive doesn't even rock.
No, small tornado.
It wasn't a huge one, but still.
Silver Tiger, 33 watching, 60 likes. Come on, folks. Butt stroke that drag chicken should have earned it for you.
Oh.
I need to plan these more often because when I go off the rails, we wind up getting quoted.
Can you plan that? Because I couldn't plan
No, if
that.
I plan it, well, it doesn't happen. I need to plan more often. Anyway, no, and also with trains, if you have a vehicle or a wildlife train interaction, that's on DPS. I don't have to worry, or I really don't have to now. But at the time, I didn't have to worry about it. However, wildlife Peterbilt interactions on I-40, I had to worry about.
Going off the rails on a crazy train. Yes, that would be us.
Oh my God. Okay, so me not telling. Oh my God, we're only 40 minutes in. Oh, a long 20 minutes. Okay.
Do we need topics? Is that what the problem is?
Sure, why not? Because I've thinking back to some of our topic broadcasts or live streams weren't that good either. Sparklements. Oh, the Sparklements. If y'all have a good catchy jingle for Sparklements, Kortnee needs it because we need to start putting together the Sparklements brought to you by Sparklements. When you're used to disappointment.
So things I need. I'm gonna put this in the chat. Things I need from people. Quotes. Send me quotes.
Why?
Because we will make merch. Because they'll be funny.
As long as we get paid for it.
The fun Spurglement taglines, because you guys came up with so many of those.
Yeah, the chat is pretty awesome when it comes to snappy one-liners. And
Yes.
And the other thing too is, folks, yes, we're going to do merch because
We need to make money.
yeah, we need to make money, and it will help keep the lights on around here, keep the internet on, so we can make all of y'all laugh more. And if merch will help towards that, then that's what we're going to do.
Yes.
Besides which, you'll have something that you can look at and laugh.
Somebody just said something about sucking a Sparklement, and my mind is.
Sparklements for those little moments.
Warning, not a choking hazard.
Warning, not a choking hazard?
Right?
Yep. Okay, that's going to be one of them. So, as far as the Sparklements goes, we are going to be doing the dramatic reading of my trial, which is why we need the Sparklements quotes. I wanted to do a whole bunch of slightly off ads adverts introducing and closing each segment. But we got so many Spurglemints ones that we're sticking with brought to you by Spurglemints.
Brought to you by Spurglemints. Yeah.
Definitely not a choking hazard. Here they go.
Someone suggested Amazon links to the books and descriptions. We should make sure that we're doing that and
Yes.
updating descriptions with anything that we mention, that so that
Mhm.
links so people can find it and they don't have to go to the Facebook group, because the Facebook group is growing quickly and we love it. But we also realize that a lot of y'all don't do Facebook, and we have been trying to come up with places for the fun to happen that isn't Facebook. And so far, I think we're kind of stuck on that one, which is why I'm encouraging Ian to blog more.
Facebook is the 800-pound monkey. And I use that definition very clearly in the room. I hate Facebook.
With a disproportionate amount of strength.
Yes, and they're nasty, disgusting septic tank scrapings, and with a disproportionate amount of strength. I would like to get off Facebook entirely.
Well, in order to be able to do that, though, we have to start building up the community elsewhere, whether it's in the description in the chats here and comments under videos, but also I think your blog, comments on the blog. I am trying to re-gear my blog to be more of my stuff happening there rather than social medias.
Yeah.
So,
My last 30 day that only went like 14 days was for okay. Is everybody familiar with the meme? It's a picture of stairs going down into a dark basement. And on the banister on either side of the stairwell, there's a black cat sitting there. So it looks like Guardians of Portal Hell. And somebody posted that. And in my response, my comment was, roll a frag grenade down those stairs just to be sure. And I did that like 3 years ago. Well, it popped up in my memories. I didn't even post it. It popped in my memories, and Facebook gave me a 3-day ban for that one. Seriously, guys? And this last one, they gave me a 30-day ban for something. I forget what the hell it was. It was completely inconsequential. But they 30 days was actually technically 29 days. 29 days in the hole.
and in the irony, when I looked it up so I could show you all, the Google result that popped up first is on Facebook.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And my comment, popped on Facebook, and I clicked share, and my thing was frag grenade down the stairs just to be sure. And I got thumped for violence. Seriously? Facebook
is obviously in league with the monster under the bed and the boogeyman in the basement.
No, it's run by monkeys. That explains everything. Facebook is run by monkeys. I got a 3-day ban. I did a meme with a picture of Mark Zuckerberg, and the picture him testifying, and he's looking particularly alien. So I snapshotted that and I put it wanted for let's see, lascivious twirling of his Twizzlers, Zort or Zach naffing, and something else within 3 parsecs, and 39,000 quatlus for non-recreational zorching of the subject. Contact Galactic Patrol. They gave me 3 days for that one.
Because they couldn't understand it and they were sure it was insulting.
It was. It was.
They were not wrong, but
It's also funny. I thought it was funny.
it was very funny.
Hang on a sec. Talk. I'll find that one so that everybody else can post it and get in trouble.
No. Put it on your blog.
I'm going to.
Okay, good.
I gotta find it so I can show people.
You will note that I have a theme.
Yeah, on the blog, yes.
Well, there's a reason for that. And I'm going to talk about it while he's doing that. But the reason for that is that if we can put the original content somewhere else that's not on Facebook, we're not pulling people to Facebook, and that's how Facebook makes its money. So what we want to do is pull people away from Facebook by using blogs or other methods. Oh, that was a good one. We're getting rolls of thunder kind of bouncing off the roof here. So if we can take the original content, the fun content, and we can move the party off Facebook, then we can eventually all of us migrate off Facebook, which would be a beneficial thing for all of the people,
Congratulations, folks. You're now looking at 3 days in the hole.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So it says wanted for invertebrate snooging, mind twaffling, fungus trading for immoral purposes, calumny, and spinning his Tweedler in lascivious fashion 5 quadrants. Zark Muckerberg, 26,517 quat loose for information, leading to the arrest or non-recreational extortion of this subject. Contact Galactic Patrol for further information.
I have to wonder if they just give bans to everybody that shares any meme that has anything to do with him.
Sure, any meme that I post up, apparently.
See, the funny thing is, I've never gotten any kind of a ban from Facebook.
You're too nice.
Probably. I mean, too nice. Yes, I need to be less nice.
The last time I posted the double fingers up to Facebook on the way out, and Rita said, "You're going to go right back in."
Some of us have to be reputable enough to stay around and keep everyone else in line.
Unfortunately, right now, somebody needs to be reputable enough to make sure that our launches get put on Facebook, because
Right.
there were like 3 launches that I had
We've
to miss
had-
out on because I was in the hole.
Right.
Mhm.
And we've had a launch every Friday for like the last month.
And for the next month.
And for the next month, we will have a launch every Friday.
Mhm. And with enough of you coming in and out of jail, I mean, here's your clothes. Welcome back to society.
Wait, why are we giving them clothes? Is that naked?
I'm gonna do it again. Kelly posted. Speaking of Facebook, Kelly posted something earlier about going to pay his
His pet sitter.
pet sitter, and the pet sitter's male sprawl coming out all natural, and her, "Come back here, put some clothes
Where
on.
are your pants?
Where are your pants? Free the bits."
Well, that's actually hilarious to me, because this is a conversation I've had with my son up until my son was darn near a teenager, and we had to explain to him that underwear are not pants. But when he was little, we had to tell him, pants, you need pants, more pants than that. So many times that the running house joke was mas pantalones.
I would laugh, but I've actually had a staff sergeant giving me that.
Look, some of us just forget.
Specialist, where are your pants?
Look, if
Oops.
you're
Shit.
if you're pre-coffee, you may not remember that you're not wearing pants. Okay, that's all I'm saying. If
I
you wander
can-
into the kitchen to make the coffee without the pants, your roommate's gonna look.
I can get away with no pants because I can wear skirts.
Oh, I got away while wearing no pants because I had to.
Oh, there's a beer called Adios Pantalones.
Yes, it's actually United Market Street in the booze section.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Adios Pantalones. And I took a picture of it and sent it to Brian Cameron, a friend of mine who's a beer aficionado. So you've got to see this. And he sent back, "It's actually a really good beer." So, of course it is.
It's a pity I don't like beer. I mean,
What was I getting away from, Ian?
not having his pants and being caught without them.
Thank you. This is very diplomatic. Very diplomatic. Thank you. I appreciate that.
No, with small children, I mean,
I think every
they don't like clothes.
every parent of small male children has had that conversation.
Well, it's not just male, because I had 3
It's-
girls and then a boy,
They
and
just
there's a
like the-
certain age when they just don't like clothing.
They just like the texture on their skin is what I run into. It's like my daughter will wear leggings all day long, but wearing jeans or corduroy or anything that's not super soft, she hates it and will take them off.
Right. And I think that probably was some of it with some of my
Mhm.
girls, because I definitely have one kid in particular that's really, really sensitive to a touch of different kinds. She won't eat anything that's got bones in it because she might bite a bone. I also think it's just kind of one of those universal small child things, because I've seen it across the board.
Mm-hmm. Especially kids with sensory issues. If they're
I hate oil on my skin. I hate anything oily on my skin.
Yeah.
Sunscreen is a nightmare for me. And
Oh, yeah.
I've got to wear it because
Yeah. Same.
Fair-skinned, light-eyed redhead, I've got to wear sunscreen. I've got to wear the axle grease version of sunscreen, and I want to climb out of my skin.
My sister was in the Bahamas for 10 days for work and was sending me pictures. And this has just been recently, like the last couple of weeks. And was sending me pictures. And I was like, oh, I love the beach pictures. It looks so lovely. And she's like, you should come sometime. And I'm like, I would have to bathe in sunscreen every day.
I love beaches. I love the water. I love beaches. I
then
can't
she
stand being
tells,
sunburned.
she tells me that what she was doing was wearing long-sleeved covering garments and broad-brimmed hats because she's not a redhead. She's blonde.
Yeah,
She looks like
almost as bad.
Yeah,
Fair.
but she's got
Almost as
fair
bad.
skin. So
I remember the sheriff getting a call because one of his lieutenants was seen running through a hotel lobby chasing a attempted burglar, while said lieutenant was wearing a pair of Rhodesian camouflage silkies and a Glock.
you were that lieutenant, were you not?
My lawyer has advised me to say no.
Because right up until you said Rhodesian, it could have been anybody.
I mean, advice my lawyer, I must say no.
I mean, I did get asked to generate images of you in how did David put it?
Which David?
Johnston.
Okay.
He wanted pictures of a fox lounging on the porch telling tales wearing regular length parentheses short
Proper length shorts. I like that picture. That's a good picture.
It did come out very nicely.
I think that's my new author picture.
I like it.
Yeah, that one wound up going on.
I like that.
That one wound up going on the back of
Blink.
That didn't help any. That one wound up going on the back of Squeaks, and I knocked the fox over. But
Yeah, I like that picture.
yes, and now I've had somebody ask me to do a picture of said fox in Hawaiian shirt and a buzzard cruising around in a Ferrari.
If you're talking about Jim, it needs to be a pterodactyl.
Well, actually, Jim has told me buzzards, so I'm going with what Jim said because Jim.
Yeah, Jim rode a Tyrannosaurus Rex to work.
Casey, hi there.
Casey
We're
show.
glad that you're here.
There she is.
The announcement has been made because somebody was really excited.
And I wore this for the first half.
He was
in your
wearing
honor.
the tiara.
In your honor. So for those of you who, other than Casey, who came in late, Casey is to be anchoring an anthology for us, released late this year. And I forgot the name of it again. Or All Will Burn.
Yeah.
Tentatively called Squirrels. Or All Will Burn. The usual Raconteur Press guidelines, 5,000 to 8,000 words. Do not send it to me in a format used by 3 yak herders out of Mongolia. Again.
So the formatting specs have been posted in the Facebook group, but they will be appearing on the Raconteur Press page.
I saw where you suggested I do that.
I'll send you the picture. Yeah. Because it's there and people were being funny about it.
Yes. Funny. And as always, everything is other than the fact it must be entertaining. Everything else is negotiable. And LibertyCon, I'll be wearing the tiara again, and we'll give the actual deadline, and the publication date will be announced at LibertyCon. I will be wearing the tiara. So where were we?
So I had done another fox, and I did not ask for this, but what it gave me is a really cool science fiction retired fox there. If anyone's looking for uplifted character inspiration.
I can't believe that they still have Allsups in the future. I can't believe that Allsups convenience store would last long enough to get in the future. Because that's an Allsups cup.
It's always the unexpected stuff.
Again, the in joke earlier was anything to do with Casey requires a tiara. So she'll be wearing one too.
I have appropriated the starry one.
She's actually,
Kortnee is wearing the tiara currently.
I don't think that's a tiara. I think that's a crown.
Oh,
I think that's a full on crown.
Sadly, but my daughter's absconded with my tiaras.
I have.
Jonna has
course she
tiaras
does.
from Hairspray from when she did the show, she says.
Of course she does.
Oh,
And you missed drag chicken.
all right. Let's do
What?
this right.
Do it right. Yep.
She looks better than I do. I look like a drag chicken.
Now I get to laugh and not knock this thing off my head.
Good luck with that.
There's
Oh,
actually places to anchor it, so when we do your hair right, we can actually have you wear that.
I
That's-
feel like
that's-
Glinda the
right?
Good Witch.
crown. Crown.
Crown. Pink flannel. Okay. No one ever accused me of being stylish. If I rock that back slightly, no, I'm just going to lose it off the back of my head then.
So today's episode has gone from announcement of a new anthology to emu Peterbilt interactions
To drag chickens.
to butt stroking a drag chicken. Oh Lord, we are
And
so
foxes with cybernetic arms. No, not steal the dead witch's shoes. I wear steel toes.
I've gone from,
I mean, 2 women fighting to the death over shoes.
just wondering how the hell I went from lieutenant of a fairly large sized sheriff's office to butt stroking drag chickens.
Well, to be fair, that happened before we came into your life, so it's not our fault.
Oh
We're
yeah.
just copying to it now.
On that note, apparently the coffee cups about butt stroking drag chickens will be live later on. We've got to plan these. We've got to plan these better because these off the cuff quotes of mine, they can't go into Jerome. They can't go into Gen Pop. Seriously. Okay, so it's been an hour of your time, over an hour. As usual, ladies, anything to add?
Squeaks, the Squeaks Caper, illustrated Law Dog stories, including the Goat of Justice, or Injustice as the case may be, which
Law-
is a never before in print story.
Law and Order Special Goat Unit.
Right. That it's available on Amazon in both paperback and ebook. If you buy the paperback, you can color in it. We encourage you to color outside the lines.
Link. Okay, let them talk. Let me get a link for Squeaks real quick while
We will put
Kortnee say something.
we'll put a link in the description under the video as well.
Yes, well,
Or one of them will, because I don't have access to North Texas.
Hang on.
troublemakers
I'm
thing,
getting
so.
there.
It's going to depend on whether or not it comes up in thing. And now I can't see the chat, so I'm just going to keep talking to y'all.
Oh,
Let's see
bloody
here.
hell.
So things you may have missed. Space Cowboys, anthology of Western stories in space, is out now and already getting reviews. We're up to 14. If you have read it and not reviewed it, how could you?
please go leave a review.
Please
Leave at least
leave a
rating.
review.
I can't find it.
So I know some people don't have much to say, but if you liked it, go leave a 5-star or 4, whatever is appropriate. But yeah, go leave a rating.
If you
And that goes for all of the other things too, because we have Postcards of Mars out there right now, and we are getting reviews on that. And we have But Not Broken, the second of the PTSD anthologies, which we definitely need reviews on. I want to get that in front of other people, and hopefully find some people that we can help with that.
and we've got a new anthology by way of Casey. We need stories for. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
So start working on
The-
those now. We don't have a deadline for it yet.
Yeah,
we don't
but
have
start
it on
working
the
now.
schedule, but start working on it now.
You have until the end of the month for the final Malta Anthology for your story submission for that. And if you submit it before the end of the month, Kortnee will think good thoughts at you.
Yes. If I don't get 17 stories for the same anthology on the same day, I will not throw things. Although we're working on streamlining some of the process, so I'm not as overwhelmed by all the stuff. But yes, if you get it in early, there's a better likelihood I'll actually read it.
Ouch. All right. We're out of here. I'll add the Squeaks when I can find the damn thing. I'll have the Squeaks thing here. As always, be safe. Don't pet the sweaty stuff. Don't sweat the petty stuff.
Bye.
See you guys.